So separate the bolts.
Yes. And then this is the stuff for these help with the legs, so I keep those together, and the legs have to be square up. So I have to take these little metal clamps and put them into the squares. Push in there. And then you'll take the feet, the little rubber feet, big rubber feet, and screw them in. After you do that, so the legs, the feet will stay on forever. You don't take them off when you're putting the pull away. And the first set of bolts that we put in will also stay in, because what will happen is you'll screw them in and then you'll just fold it up, because you'll only take out this set of bolts. So they'll all fold up like that. So with the bolts, you have to make sure you use this tool, one of these, I have to remember which one to put it in, and the bolts that have the flat part, because there's two bolts. One is not flat-sided and one is. The flat-sided goes into the top, the first set. And these do not come out, they stay in the pole. So just put it through the hole. Put this on there, get what you can. Wipe to loosey, righty tighty, there we go. Okay, and then put this and this to tighten it. Not that one. This, not that one. What? It is this one. There we go. So your the fattest wrench, pulley, Allen wrench, and this. There we go. I've got that nice and tight. I'm going to go to the next one. Nope, pull in there. bolts first on the outer hole when you first. So you'll put the hole in, and when you bolt, make sure you're lined up. There you go. The holes are lined.
So they have to be completely tight.
Yeah, when you're playing.
Okay.
But when you're, to transport, just loosen it a tiny bit.
Oh, so loosen it. So you loosen it to transport it.
Right, but don't.
And then tighten it.
To play.
Okay, to play.
And then it'll fit inside that bag, just like this. It's easier to put the feet in the bag first and then the top. So, yeah.
So feet in the bag first.
Mm-hmm.
So these bolts, the original bolts stay in, and then when you're getting ready to play on the pole, you need to use the back bolts.
Yes.
And you insert them the same way.
Yes, and they'll go in the back through the hole, which is easier than the top ones because they're already in place. And then you just screw them all on. I like to put them all on first and tighten them at once, because for me, that's a quicker process. So, before you start playing, after you get all the bolts on, you gotta tighten them. So you hold it with the Allen wrench on one side, the fatter Allen wrench, and then you just tighten it up. This one takes some turns.
So if you don't want to do these bolts each time, you just keep that up and like put it against a wall somewhere.
Yes.
Or
Yes. That's what I do with mine. I just keep it up against the wall. Because this takes about, with doing the tightening of the bolts, it takes about 10 minutes to get it set up. But without tightening the bolts, it takes about 5 minutes to get it set up.
So 10 versus 5.
Yeah.
So if you're traveling with it, just make sure that you have 10 to 15 minutes for setup if you're doing the bolts.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's legit like doing a puzzle. To me, this is the hardest part of everything.
Once you get the system, probably.
Exactly. That's why I said put them all down first, because before I literally was fighting with it, trying to get it lined up one at a time. And I was like, okay, that's not working. Try a different strategy.
Nice.
Okay, so see how it's lined up right here? And then you're gonna tighten it down. So the podium does not move. Thank you. Pushing that in. There we go. then your base is done. Wow. You're ready to put your pole on. You have a locking system. So first, it's easier to put, I notice, especially for short people, to put the pole together before putting the pole on top of the podium. So right here is a little key, right there. You're gonna put this in and line it up with this hole. There's holes on each side. So put it in, line it up, and then you're gonna turn it around to the other side of the hole and use this little key thing to push it out. Is this the right size? I'm gonna turn it out, make sure it's lined up. There we go. Put it in there and righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I think I'm going to right. Yep. So then, bam, it's locked in together. How you get it out of locking position, you put something right there after you first turn it out, and then you have to push it out too. So lefty-loosey, you'll think it's not coming out, and then you have to put something there and push down, and then it's out again. Okay.
So once this is in,
I just leave this base part
leave that in, okay, and then you can take the other, the top portion of the pole off to put it inside the bag.
Yep, and the top portion locks and unlocks just like this one.
Okay.
Yep. So you can leave this together and it fits in the bag, but the top portion doesn't fit in there.
So this will be in the bag just like this, and then the top portion will lock in each time.
Yes. And to lock, so right, it goes in automatic spinning. To get it out of spinning, all you do is lift, push it down. So this up is spin, down is static.
So you unlock
To take it out.
to take it out. So is the unlock the same as the spin?
So yeah, so unlock is same as spin. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
when you put it in, it automatically spins.
So if you just put it in, it automatically, that's the way it is, it locks in there to spin.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go in there, it spins.
Okay,
If you
and
push
then-
lock, it's static.
Okay,
But
okay,
it won't come out unlock either.
okay. But if it's on spin, it'll come out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so to take it apart, you have to go left with both hands and go around to take it loose, and then take it off so that you can take the podium apart. For the podium, you take it apart, and you'll put it upside down inside of the bag. Get your next piece. You're gonna put it upside down, but on the flat part will go on the different part of the triangle to help puzzle it in. And continue the same pattern. With that pocket.
So now we're taking out the bottom, the back pieces.
And loosening the top ones.
Okay, so loosen.
Yep, loosening top, taking out back. Lefty loosen. Yep, loosen.
So if you want to put this in the bag to travel with it, that's what you would do. If you're just, you have it at home or in your gym, you could just like set it off to the side.
Yes. That's what I do. Now that all the bolts are out of the inner side, this side closest to the pole, I'm gonna put everything in this bag so all my tools are together. And then I'm gonna put the bag inside of the little pocket that's inside of the bag for the base. So that nothing gets lost. Okay, and so I have this base piece also in the bag because it will not be on when you put up the base. For the base, you should already have these outsides loosened, and what you do is you just pull it up and it will fold. Now, to put it in the bag, to get the base in the bag, you're going to put the folded down part on bottom, and the feet will be on top. Push the feet up to the top. There we go. Like that. And then lift this up, and the base will slide into the bag, like so. And then zip her up.
And the final results, 3 bags of whole Italy. This is what you can travel with and do pole.